Welcome to the IVR Auto Attendants walkthrough. IVRs, interactive voice response menus, are the auto attendants that greet your callers and route them to the right destination based on the keys they press. When someone calls your business, the IVR plays a greeting, like press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, and then routes the call based on the caller's input. IVRs are the bridge between a phone number and a department, extension, queue, or any other destination. In this video, we'll cover the IVR list, creating and configuring an IVR, greeting audio, key routing, destination types, timeout and invalid handling, and the direct dial feature. Let's start by logging in to the admin console. Navigate to PBX Management and click the IVRs tab under Call Routing. This is the IVR list for the selected tenant, Wicked Sprockets in this example. Each row shows the IVR name, the greeting source, whether it's a media file from your library or a custom audio path, the timeout duration in seconds, the maximum number of loops before the timeout action fires, the number of key routes configured out of 13 possible, whether direct dial is enabled, and the current status. The key count badge tells you at a glance how many of the 13 available routing slots, digits 0 through 9, star, timeout, and invalid, have destinations assigned. The Add IVR button in the top right lets you create a new auto attendant. Click Add IVR to create a new auto attendant. The IVR settings card has 2 required fields, the tenant, which is pre-selected when you're filtering by tenant, and the name, which is a descriptive label like main menu or after hours. Below that are the timeout field, how many seconds the system waits for a key press before triggering the timeout action, and max loops, which controls how many times the greeting replays before giving up. The direct dial toggle is important. When enabled, callers can dial an extension number directly from the IVR menu instead of choosing from the menu options. This is great for callers who already know their party's extension. For now, let's cancel and open the existing IVR to see the full configuration, including key routing. Click the existing Wicked Sprockets main auto attendant to open the edit form. The greeting selector in the IVR settings card determines what callers hear when the IVR answers. You have 3 options: no greeting, the IVR jumps straight to waiting for key presses with no audio, media file, which lets you select a professionally recorded greeting from your tenant's media files library, or custom path. For advanced users who want to specify an asterisk sound file path directly, when media file is selected, a drop-down appears listing all uploaded audio files for this tenant. Next to it, the Record button opens a recording interface where you can record a new greeting either by calling a phone extension or directly through your browser microphone. The recorded audio is automatically saved to the media files library and selected as the greeting. Below the settings card is the key routing grid, the heart of any IVR configuration. This table has 13 rows, digits 0 through 9 for the standard key presses, the star key, and 2 special rows, timeout and invalid. Each row has a destination type drop-down and a destination selector. In this example, the Wicked Sprockets main menu routes press 0 to the All Phones Hunt group, press 1 to Sierra Vasquez's extension for the receptionist, press 2 to the sales queue, and press 3 to the support queue. Press 9 goes to a voicemail box so callers can leave a message after hours, and the star key connects to the dial by name directory. Keys 4 through 8 are unassigned. Callers pressing those keys will trigger the invalid action. You configure each key by selecting a destination type from the drop-down, then choosing the specific target from the second drop-down that appears. Let's look at the destination types available for each key. Extension routes. The call to a specific person's desk phone. IVR sends the caller to another auto attendant. This is how you build multi-level IVR trees, like a main menu that branches into a sales submenu. Hunt group rings a group of extensions simultaneously, in sequence or randomly. Queue places the caller into a call center queue with hold music and agent distribution. Condition evaluates time-based rules, like business hours, and routes accordingly. Conference drops the caller into a conference bridge. AI agent connects to an AI-powered voice agent for automated handling. Directory lets callers search for employees by name using their phone keypad. Voicemail sends the caller directly to a mailbox. External number forwards the call off system to any phone number. Playback plays an audio announcement and hangs up, useful for informational messages. And hang up simply disconnects the call. The last two rows in the key routing grid handle special cases. The timeout row defines what happens when the caller doesn't press any key within the timeout period, which we set to 10 seconds in this IVR settings. The invalid row defines what happens when the caller presses a key that has no destination assigned, like pressing 5 in this menu where only 0, 1, 2, 3, 9, and star are configured. Both rows support the same destination types as regular keys. In this example, both timeout and invalid are set to route back to this same IVR, which effectively replays the greeting. This is the standard pattern. Give the caller another chance. After the max loops count is reached, 5 loops in this case, the system triggers the timeout action one final time. If you want a different behavior after max retries, you could set the timeout destination to a queue, voicemail, or hang-up instead of looping back. That covers IVR auto attendants in the admin console. Here's the big picture of how calls flow through the system. A caller dials your business number. That's the DID. The DID is configured to route to an IVR. The IVR plays the greeting and waits for input. The caller presses a key, and the IVR routes to the matching destination, an extension, a queue, another IVR, or any other target. If the caller doesn't press anything, the timeout action fires. If they press an unassigned key, the invalid action fires. Direct dial lets power users skip the menu entirely and dial an extension number. The key routing grid gives you 13 configurable slots, and each one supports the full range of destination types. Remember that IVR to IVR routing lets you build multi-level menu trees for complex organizations. Check the documentation link below for detailed reference on all IVR options.